Okay, hi guys, I'm so sorry. I guess there is some technical glitch and in between the video got stopped. But luckily, I was able to save the video. So I have saved the video to the IGTV. I'm really sorry for this. I don't know what is happening. I guess there is some technical glitch, but I hope we guys can catch up back, and I'll just repeat the steps what we have done till here so that everybody who is joining in can quickly catch up and we can continue with the postcard that we were creating. Okay, I hope that would be great. So for that part, what we were doing was we just created a background. After that, for the next step, we measured a 5 centimeter radii for our mandala, and we measured at every 1 centimeter distance. So we marked at every 1 centimeter and we were making these concentric circles. So if I mark from 0 to 5, I'll get 6 concentric circles. So that was the process that I was doing here. These are the 3 that I have already done. I'm sorry, the 5 concentric circles that I have here. All of this measured around 1 centimeter each. So the radii of each circle that I have here is 1 centimeter distance. So the concentric circles are at a distance of 1 centimeter and the largest radii is 5 centimeter. Okay, I hope this is great. And after that, the last step that I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a random semicircle at the last. So I'm going to stretch my compass to the end and I'm going to create the semicircle as it is. Okay. So this is the part where I would be writing my quote, that is Happy Diwali, and for the remaining parts we would be doing a mandala. So let's get started with the making of our mandala. For that I would be using 2 different sizes of fine liners. That would be 0.3, that is this one, and the next one is 0.1. So these are the 2 sizes that I would be using here today. Okay, so let's quickly get started. I'm going to skip the center for now and I'm going to start with the next layer. I'm going to come to the center once we are done with creating the complete mandala. I would be focusing more on teaching you the shapes and the patterns and not completion of the mandala. So I would be covering 1/4 part, like the half part of the semicircle, and the other half you just have to replicate it. Okay, so this is the process that I'm going to follow today here. So for the first step here, I'm starting with the 0.3 size, and the first shape that I'm going to use here is an inverted U in a very thin form and elongated form. So how do you write a U? Basically, you just have to invert it and you just have to decrease the width of it. It is great in length, but in width it is less. Let's keep the pattern simple so that you get an idea on how you create the basic shapes. Okay. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just drawing these inverted U's very close to each other in elongated form. Simple. So this was the first and the easiest step, and after that I'm just gonna ink this semicircle out with my pen. Okay, simple. So now moving on towards the next step. So for the next step, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a petal, a curved petal. So what do I mean by that is I'm gonna draw a curve petal here first, and then I'm gonna curve the next side again. So how do you draw a triangle? In that, you just have to curve the sides and you get a curved petal. That's it. That is something that we are following here, and we are getting this shape. I'll just show it to you on a different piece of paper so you get an idea. Okay. Please ignore the remaining part on the paper. I'll just show you on how to create a petal. So this is how you write a triangle, right? So instead, you just have to curve the diagonal and curve the diagonal from this side. This is how you draw a petal shape. Okay. So this is the petal shape that I am going to draw over here. and I'm only drawing 3 because, as I said, this is the center that I have. The remaining 3 part, you just have to draw the 3 petals on this side, and that's it. You're good to go. Okay, now inside this, what I'm gonna do is, first step will always be redrawing the same shape. So the shape was my curved petal. Inside that, I have redrawn the same shape. After that, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna divide this by half. I'm gonna draw this diagonal lines on one side. Okay, I'm gonna draw a curve and join it to the bottom of the curved petal, the inside one, and then color the remaining area. Simple. Let me repeat it for you once again so that you get a clear idea about it. Divide it by half. Draw these lines on one side. Curve. Join it to the bottom and shade the remaining area. Okay, let me repeat it once again. And there you go. Okay, so I hope this pattern was clear. Now I'll move on towards the next one. Okay, so now for the next one, I'm gonna continue. And how I'm gonna continue is, I'm gonna use the tip that is the center part of my previous petal, and I'm gonna create another curved petal in between them. So basically, I'm layering one curved petal over my previous one. Okay, so this is how this looks. Now, next step is gonna be the same thing, redrawing the same shape is what we do first. And then, okay, watch this carefully. So this is one of the most used pattern in a mandala, that is flower pattern. I'm drawing this water droplet. This looks like a water droplet, right? So water droplet, another water droplet, and another one. So basically, you just have to curve this and get a diagonal line. Again, curve this and just join it to the top. Fill these regions that you have in between. These spaces are known as negative spaces. So basically, the space that I see apart from my main subject, so this is the shape that I'm drawing here is my positive space. That is my main subject, and the remaining space that I'm coloring here is a negative space, because this is a space that I get apart from my main subject, right? And there you go. Now for this half part, I can only fit the half of it, so I'm just not gonna add too much to it, and we'll keep it simple. I'll just keep the half of it and just replicate what I have done for the remaining ones. Okay, now for the last one, this is the last one. So I'm gonna use an inverted U here. Again, tip to tip, very important. Very important step is going tip by tip, okay? Redrawing the same shape. Okay, now here what we are going to do is, we are going to create a spiral. How do you do that? You start from one point, you draw a semicircle, you curve inside, and then you go inside, and then you add with a bulge over there. Okay, so this is what we have done over here. After that, I'm going to create this elongated inverted U, and similarly on the other sides. So basically in the water droplets we were having a center. This time we don't have a center. So do you see, with the same shapes you can create these different kinds of effects, different kind of petals, different kinds of patterns. So it's just about exploring. You should know the basic shapes. The shapes are like inverted U, curved petals, spirals, these loops and everything. Inside this I'm gonna add a line and a dot. Okay, repeating the same over here. Okay, and then the same on this side. Try keeping, like, once you draw the center one and then when you start drawing the side petals, try keeping the petals on both the sides equal, because when you keep these petals equal, you get your patterns to look more symmetric. So that is one tip that is very important while achieving symmetry in mandalas. Okay, so how many of you all are trying mandalas for the first time? Okay. Okay, inside this, I'm gonna draw these small circles. Very tiny small circles. Okay, after that, from the center, I'm gonna create this loop. The side loop first, this side loop, and then the center ones. Okay, and I'm gonna color the space in the remaining area. Do not color the circles because we don't want to color up the circles. That is the reason we have added the circles, right? And then adding a straight line and a dot. Okay, so this is how the mandala looks. I have tried to keep the designs very simple, because if you're trying for the first time as well, you will be able to catch up with the designs. If I had too difficult designs at the start, it would be very difficult to catch up with it, right? So this was the first part. Now moving on towards the next part, that is sketching of the lanterns, and then we'll come back towards the Happy Diwali and the Diya part. Okay. Here I go. For this, I'm using a thicker size pen in the size 05. Okay, any doubts till here? If I have missed your question, please drop them in again. I would be very happy to answer them. So if I have missed any questions, please let me know. I'll just wait for a few minutes so that you can catch up with me, and then I'll just get started. Meanwhile, I'll just explain you what we are going to do next. So here, if you see, we have added this jhalar kind of thing. This is basically drawing these inverted U's in the crisscross manner. So let us first see on how we can do that here. So basically I'm assuming this as my center over here. And then I just draw this semicircle with my pencil, and the same here. Now this is my center and I want to draw another semicircle in between them. And then the remaining parts. This is how you get this upper part. Okay, and in between them, this is the 1, 2 and the 3 point from where we are going to hang our lanterns. You can even add a single lantern at the center if you want. If you want, you can add all 3. You can just experiment around with it and see what you want to add at the end. Okay, now let's start. The first step that I'm going to do is, I'm going to start with completing this. So drawing circles. You can add any design for that matter to draw these kind of jhalar, what we say in Hindi. And there you go. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just following along the line, and instead of drawing a straight line, I'm drawing these circles over here. Okay. So this is what I'm doing over here, and I'm going to quickly follow the same process and complete this part, get this part done. This is fun because at the end you have to draw some equal sizes of circles. It is very difficult to get equal size. So you just have to get random equal sizes of circles approximately. And get this thing done. There you go. And for the remaining part, I'll start from here, and and I'll keep these coming in. So basically drawing these circles, getting too repetitive, don't worry, it's just a minute away. Okay, and there you go. And there you go. Now, for the next part, I'm gonna start with hanging my lantern. So this is my first part. I'm drawing one straight line. Okay. After that, I'm gonna draw a small curve here. So this is just starting with the forming of the pattern. Not the pattern, the lantern. Again, another curve. Now I'm gonna draw these two C on both the sides. You can use a pencil first and then you can go around and use a pen if you're not very comfortable with doing with the pen directly. After that, next curve. You just have to follow along on how I'm just creating this. Now how to give layers is that first I'm gonna create these one by one step on how we see on a cake, and after that I'm just gonna join them with these curves. Okay, and I'm gonna add a small circle over here and then add some hangings over it. Correct? So this will give it a complete look. And inside this, if you want, you can add these lines to make it look more complete. And then you can shade this part with some diagonal lines. For this one, you can change the direction or maybe even add these crisscross ones. And for the last one, you can have lines in opposite directions. So this is how you complete one lantern. So this was my first lantern. Now if I move on towards the next one would be the one that we see the most. I'm adding these three lines over here. After that, I'm going to create one slant line and then another slant line. Okay. And then I'm going to repeat the same. One slant line and then the next slant line. Okay. This is how I go. And then again, one line outside, one line inside, again one slant line outside, one slant line and one slant line outside. Repeating the same on this side. Okay. Now this is my back part, as you can see. So I'm trying to give this like a 3D effect kind of look. So I'm just gonna join this here and then here, this part and then this part. Okay. Now to enhance this part, what I'm gonna do is, again I'm gonna add these shading kind of effect to it. And I'm gonna add these shadings similarly on this side from the bottom part. Okay. And then I'm gonna add these bottom hangings in it. Thank you so much, Padmavati. Also guys, if you want to see any more doodles like different kind of diyas and different kinds of lanterns, so a new hint is that I'm gonna post next reel that would have different types of lanterns to it. So if you don't want to try this lantern, you can just wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow I would be posting some different kind of doodle lanterns. So if you don't want to draw this lantern, you can just grab another lantern from the doodle page and you can just try that out. And even if you check my reel section today, you would see different types of diyas. So if you want to try some different kinds of diyas, you can just go ahead and use that. You can use those in your postcards, in your greeting cards, in your invitations, anything. Okay, now moving on towards the last lantern. everybody who is here today in the session with me knows what is the next reel that I'm gonna come up with. I'll also post a reel on this session, like a 1-minute reel, so that it would give you a quick wrap up on what is something that we have done for the entire session, so you can even go through that. If you already know what mandala is, what are watercolor techniques and everything, you can just quickly see that and you can just try it out, right? So yeah, this is the next one. This is like one cone on the upper side, another cone on the bottom side, but this time I'm not joining it. I'm just cutting it off in between, adding these triangles, these loops over here just to enhance this look. And then just to give a 3D effect inside, how we add a lantern to it, I'm gonna add these curve lines to show like this is the place where you add the bulb, and then the hangings at the bottom. So this is just like visualizing what we see in real and then creating it on the paper. It's as simple as that, right? So I'll just wait for a minute and see how many of you guys are drawing along with me, and if you guys are clear till what I have done till here, and if you have any other doubts, please let me know. We'll just wait for a few minutes. If you want me to repeat any of the shape, any of the pattern, anything, let me know. I would be super happy to do that. Okay, so I hope that all of you here are pretty clear with what I have done till here, because the next step that I'm going to do is creating a diya at the center. So I'm just going to see this as my center, not taking any perfect measurements, just drawing a line with the help of my center over here. So diya would be here, happy and Diwali. If you want, you can write Happy Diwali over here as well. You can add your diya over here. You can add multiple diyas over here. You can refer my reel. There are various types of diyas. You can refer that. You can add those in this card as well. Okay. And we'll add 2 different kinds of sparkles over here. So this is how I have shown the sparkles. And this is what I would be adding at the end. Okay. So let's move on to that. I'll just quickly zoom in so that you can see this part clearly. Okay. Again, moving on. Thank you so much, Padmavati. I'm so happy to see you here today. I hope you're creating with me. I would love to see your creation. After this is the diya. First is the semicircle that we draw. Okay. After that, one semicircle, like a kind of semicircle, and then the next one. After that, another curve inside this, and then making the center of it, the fire part. I'm drawing one more inside. You can add as much curve as you want, because when you add these curves to the lid, it actually looks more beautiful. And I'm gonna add these 2-3 strokes over here as well. And for the bottom part, I'm gonna do this swirl kind of look. So this is basically a semicircle and just one single curve inside. So this is how the diya looks. Okay. Now, if you are not very confident with if you are able to fit the happy and the Diwali, the best thing to do always is use a pencil and then write. You can use any fonts. If you're pro at lettering, go ahead, do lettering. Basically, when you create something, put your heart to it. Like, try to be as creative as you can and imagine what best you can do for it. So when you think like that, you would see that your creativity is pouring in as it is. Okay, so I see my happy is not very happy, like it is not very aligned. So I'm gonna write it over once again. I'm not a pro person when it comes to lettering. I just try my best to do good lettering, but I'm not at all good at that. So yeah. This is happy. Yeah. The only reason why I always use a pencil first and then I go ahead and do my inking part. Happy and Diwali. Now this looks aligned to me as well. And I'm gonna follow the same. Happy. And this one says Diwali. Okay. And now, as I said, we would be adding those cute little sparks over here. So, small lines, big lines, and a small circle to its head. Do not go inside this line because you want to complete your mandalas over here, right? And do not draw same lines, like keep one small, keep one big. If you keep that in proportion, you would see that your lines are looking more beautiful. So make sure that you don't distort the proportion and you draw one small and one big. So yeah. I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see the end result. If I complete the whole mandala over here, if you want, I can do that in the session itself, or if you want to try it on yourself, you can just try that later on as well. So this is how the card looks. This was the original artwork that was shared in the poster. It is pretty similar to the artwork. It's just I have changed the designs. I have kept it more simple so that it is easier for you all to try it, to give it a try, and to learn some basic patterns and to create a simple Diwali postcard. So basically, one more question, how you can use this as a postcard. You can just write a cute invitation message over here, and you can just write down the address and everything, and you can just use that as a Diwali invitation on a postcard as well. You can write your address, the person's address that you want to send to, and that's it. There you go. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so do we have any doubts, any questions from the session? I hope you enjoyed the session along with me. I had super fun creating this amazing artwork with you all. So, and I wish you all a very happy Diwali. Diwali is all around, so wish you all a very happy Diwali. Have a safe Diwali, spend time with your loved ones, and enjoy. Thank you so much, Padmavati, for being here. It always means a lot when you are around. So thank you so much for being here today. Also, thank you guys for choosing to spend your Saturday with me. And I hope this artwork would be helpful for you all. You get to try something new, something different from what you do regular. Even if you are a working person and you want to give a try to art and you just are feeling like you don't get time, what you can do is you can just try taking out 10 minutes every day and try with random scribbling. Start with scribbling and automatically you will see that you are getting into art automatically. So this is something that we all can do for ourselves. So yeah. And I forgot to tell you all about me. So I am Ishita and I'm an artist based in Mumbai. And I go by the handle Artistry Art. So if you want to check out my artworks, you can just check my artworks there. And all the supplies, as I said, that I was using here today, you can find each and every art supply with Fiji Arts and Crafts. You can just DM them and you can grab your own set of art supplies. Very pretty, very handy. So you can definitely try these art supplies as well. Try the artwork, and if we are good with the session, then I guess we can sign off for today. I would also like to take an opportunity and thank Fiji Arts and Crafts for having me over here, trusting me and giving me an opportunity to come over here and teach you all something. So thank you so much, Fiji Arts and Crafts. And I guess we are good to go for this session. If you guys recreate this artwork with me today, don't forget to tag my handle and Fiji Arts and Crafts. My handle is _artistryart_. So yeah. So thank you so much for coming over here. I had super fun time with you all. Have a good day. Have a safe Diwali. Happy Diwali. Take care. Stay safe. Stay creative. Bye.